Like the word trying, the frequency of trying, like what does that even mean? You know, it's either you're doing something or you're not. And if you're trying, you're not doing it. And if you're doing it, you're doing it, right? There's no such thing as trying to be confident. Hey lovers, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about confidence yet again. We've kind of been on a little confidence train, as a lot of my most recent videos have been about confidence, and that's just because I've been feeling really confident, and honestly, like, this is the most confident I've ever felt in my life, and it feels really good. So a lot of these tips and tricks and things that I'm sharing with you guys are literally things that I have been personally implementing in my life, and so of course I want to share them with you guys. Today we're going to be specifically talking about 6 traits that will boost your confidence. Okay, before I even get into this video, as I've been saying in my confidence videos, and I will make a series actually, because this is definitely a series and I'm excited to see where this goes. But yeah, check out my playlist. I will make a confidence series and I'll put all the videos where I speak about confidence in that series. But yes, before I even get into this video, as I always say, and as I have been saying in my confidence videos, confidence is something that you have to choose. Okay, you have to choose to be confident. Okay, and this goes back into the whole word trying. I don't like that word. I feel like I've made a video about it already, and if I haven't, I probably should. But like the word trying, the frequency of trying, like what does that even mean? You know, it's either you're doing something or you're not. And if you're trying, you're not doing it. And if you're doing it, you're doing it, right? There's no such thing as trying to be confident. Yes, obviously, of course, when you're beginning to step into that role of confidence, or any role for that matter, you're going to feel a bit uneasy, right? It's not going to feel normal, because it's not your normal. You haven't yet built those neuron pathways in your brain that make this activity feel normal, that make stepping into that frequency of confidence feel normal. So you're going to have to keep doing it over and over and over again, to the point where it's more so subconscious. Like, we want to be subconsciously confident. Like, that's the default, because life is life and there are hard days always, right? There's always going to be, especially as a woman with our cycle, the ebbs and flows. We feel more attractive while we're ovulating, right? We feel less attractive during our bleed sometimes, right? So it's like, there are going to be days where you look at yourself and you see a completely different person. There are going to be days where you wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So choosing to be confident from moment to moment, and yes, it's something that you're going to have to consciously do, especially if you are wanting to be confident, right? You're going to have to, moment to moment, step into it. You're going to have to give yourself grace when you say things that don't really align with confidence, and just do it over again, do it over again, do it over again. The more you do it, honestly, for me, in my experience, the lows don't even feel as low. Like, the days that I wake up not feeling too hot, I still feel a little hot. You know what I mean? Because like, I've just been practicing, like, continuously stepping into it, and now it's really feeling more normal for me, you know? And that's where I want to get you guys. So let's hop into these 6 behaviors. Number 1, stop using your I am. I don't do this sarcastically, but stop using your I am to speak down on yourself, right? So what does your I am mean, right? I am, that statement holds a lot of power. Like, there's literally energy attached to that statement, like I am, right? So if you're going to ever say I am, make sure that something good is coming after it. Okay? Because oftentimes, like, I feel that we've normalized just like coming at ourselves like, oh, I'm so fat, oh, I'm ugly. You're affirming yourself, right? Like, affirmations don't only matter when you're saying the nice things, when you're saying I am abundant, when you're saying I am beautiful, when you're saying I am prosperous, right? That's not the only time where affirmations are a thing. We are literally affirming ourselves every day through the words that we speak and our actions, right? So if you're constantly telling yourself, I am a sad girl, I am terrible at this, right? When you keep saying that, things work both ways, right? Like, this world is full of duality. And so when you constantly affirm to yourself these negative things that you really don't want, like, I know if you're making those like negative I am statements, there's some type of limiting belief, some false belief within you that really actually believes that that's true. But like, that's not what you really want, right? Like, you don't really want to say, I am ugly, right? You don't really want to believe that. Even though there's a part of you that might believe that, don't affirm that wounded self, okay? Because that's what those negative I am statements do. They affirm the ego, they affirm wounded versions of ourselves, right? So what we want to do is affirm our highest self, right? So when we're saying I am, we are saying I am abundant, I am great, I am hot, I am charismatic, I am all these good things, right? Even though there's still that wounded version of you that doesn't necessarily believe what you're saying, you want to grow more of that energy. So you want to be mindful of what you say after I am. All right, number 2 is to pick something and get good at it. It doesn't necessarily have to be something, but challenge yourself, right? And I know I've been talking about this recently, but it's really something that I've been like turning back to, something that has really been helping me. And that is me looking back at the time where I really completed a 72-hour water fast. And I know for some people this might not be a big deal, but for me it was, right? It was like a big thing. I really felt called to do it, and it took me months to actually do it, right? And because I've done it, it's like, wow, like I feel like I could do anything, like that self-proof, right? What picking something and getting good at it does is prove to you that you're capable of doing good things, right? You're capable of sticking to something and seeing something through, and that naturally is going to make like stepping into confidence feel way more normal, because we are mind, body, and spirit. And you need to see that, like your eyes, your mind needs to see that physical proof of what you're saying. Even though it's something that you feel like deep within you, there will come a time where you will need to see a physical representation of what you're saying, right? Or you're gonna feel like you're going crazy, right? So pick one thing. I say pick one thing because, like, personally, I'm someone that likes to do so many things at one time. So just pick one thing. Maybe that's like just like crocheting something, painting something, doing a fast, right? Like, it doesn't have to be 72 hours. It can literally be like a 10-hour fast, a 12-hour fast, right? Whatever you feel pulled to, whatever you feel called to, do it and stick to it, and prove to yourself that you can actually do things. Like, prove to yourself that you can actually get things done, right? I think in my last video I mentioned we're always saying like, I'm that girl, you're that girl, right? But like, you could say that and like feel like that, but there's gonna be a part of your brain that's like, okay, like, what, like, are we really that girl? Like, I know you're saying this and you feel this, but like, are you really that girl? And the thing is, you're gonna have to do things to prove to your brain that you are that girl. You get what I mean? A word to the wise is enough. All right, my third tip is to compliment others. If you know that you're lacking confidence, right? Sometimes it could be hard to celebrate others, right? Maybe you don't even want to be a jealous person. You're not an envious person. You're not a jealous person, right, at heart. But it's like hard for you to celebrate someone when you can't celebrate yourself, or you feel like you put them on a pedestal and then like you're like all the way like beneath, down in the ground somewhere, right? So the reason why I say compliment others is because when you look at someone and they're doing something really good, and truthfully you feel like good, like, wow, like, look at them, like, they started this project and they're doing this program, or they're just simply beautiful, you know what I mean? You felt that deep within you, and that feeling, that moment when you feel that feeling is a very crucial moment, because it will go two ways. Either you will acknowledge their power, you will acknowledge their beauty, you will acknowledge that they're amazing, or jealousy. Like, really, it goes either way, right? So when you feel that feeling, like you're looking at someone and you're like, wow, like they're doing amazing, choose to compliment them instead. Because if you don't compliment them, it's going to be easy for you to slide into jealousy and envy, and that's not where we want to be, right? Even if you're not going to tell them to their face or like comment on their picture or something like that, you can say it out loud, like, wow, like they're amazing. This is really important because this will shut down the ego that's going to want to tear them down so that you can feel better about yourself. You don't have to tear anybody down for you to feel better about yourself, right? That's not the way I want you to go about this. I don't think that's healthy long term, right? So learn to compliment people. It will go a long way, trust me. All right, tip number 4 is to wear clothes that actually make you feel good. And this has been a journey for me personally because I feel like my way of dressing has changed so much. I'm 25 now. I'm 25 now. And like transitioning from like being a teenager to being a young woman now in my mid 20s, like there's so many things that like still fit me, but like when I wear them, it does not feel good. And I used to just be like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Like if I put this on and I don't feel hot, like there's something wrong with me. It's just because I'm not confident, right? But no, there's actually things that when you put on, like really make you feel good, you know? So lean more into those things. If you need to, you know, refresh your wardrobe, do that. You could do that by thrifting and trying out different stuff. You can go to the mall, try on different clothes and see how you feel on the like feel with them, right? Because for some people it's high-waisted jeans, for some people it's mid-rise, for some people it's low-rise, right? And maybe at a certain point it was low-rise for you, but it's high-waist for you now. Give yourself the room to change and give yourself the room to like explore new things because you never really know what you'll like unless you try it, right? So even for me, like I take this very seriously now. I will literally like even if I'm wearing house clothes, and I don't feel good in what I'm wearing, I'm gonna take it off because I feel like personally I don't deserve to walk around the house not feeling good. You know what I mean? Like, and it really is all about me. Obviously, it's my home. Probably no one even cares what I'm wearing. It's not about what other people think. It's about how I feel, right? And honestly, like this changes. Like if I'm on my cycle and I'm wearing something tight and I just don't feel good, I'm going to take it off and I'm going to put on the big sweats. But sometimes the big sweats just make me feel off some days, right? So like listen to your body, lean into your body and honor that. Lean into your senses, right? And honor how you feel through what you put on yourself, through what you choose to be around. Like it's not even only like I know I mentioned wear things that make you feel good, but also be in rooms that make you feel good, right? Like eat food that makes you feel good. It's not just limited to your clothing, but clothes is something that we put on every single day. And I feel like as a woman, you know, like we care about how we present ourselves in the world, and so present yourself in a way that actually makes you feel good and you're going to feel more confident naturally. All right, so tip number 5 is to say no to things that do not resonate with you. Okay, no is a full sentence. I mentioned this in probably one of my other confidence videos, right? Like no is a full sentence. Learn to say no to things that are a no. You know, like I feel like I don't even have to elaborate on this. You know when something is a no, right? Like mind, body, and spirit, no, right? Learn to say no, even if you have to say no to yourself. Why, you may ask? Owning your no is very important because when you start to say yes to things that don't resonate with you, you don't even trust yourself. And without trust, there's no confidence. So own your no and stand firm in your no. And anyone that does not honor your no is someone that does not deserve to be around you. All right, so my last tip is something that probably I already know some people might not agree with, but you guys know me and my channel. This is a holistic wellness channel. And so I speak about a lot of things, including bits of my spirituality. And I know you guys love that about me, and I love that about you guys as well. But I'm just saying this because I know some people may not agree with it, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to agree with it, right? But tip number 6 is to be intentional about your spiritual journey. I feel like I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, this is the most important thing for me, right? Because honestly, my confidence is grounded in God like a big part of my confidence comes from having this deep knowing that God is real and God exists within me, you know? And I feel like a lot of people don't talk about this part because a lot of people are probably scared to talk about it. But to be frank with y'all, like every day, like I've been through a lot. Everybody has their trials and tribulations, but I've been through some stuff, right? And this is coming from someone who, trigger warning, used to be suicidal. Like there was a point in my life where I felt like there was no point for me to be here. But the fact that I go to sleep in this bed every single night and wake up to see a new day and take a deep breath means that God has confidence in me. This is my belief. You don't have to believe what I believe, right? But me literally waking up every day is like, okay, God is confident in me that I could see this day through. So it's like a direct correlation for me. But I really honestly feel like if I was not meant to be here, I would really not be here at all. You know what I mean? So the fact that I'm still here and I'm still being blessed and I'm still being tried, right? And, I'm still receiving signs and love from all corners. Like, I know I'm meant to be here, and I'm confident in that knowing, and I'm confident in my communication with the divine. I'm confident that when I speak to the divine, when I speak to God, I'm heard. Like I'm just confident in that, and I know that God lives within me as well. And so because of that, if I like, basically what I'm saying is, if I have faith in God, I must have faith in myself. If I don't have faith in myself, I cannot have faith in God, because those two things are like, it's the same thing to me, right? And faith to me is confidence. Confidence is faith. They are also like this. And so I honestly feel like being intentional about your spiritual journey, if you're Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, Israelite, whatever, like just being intentional about your spiritual journey will go a long way. It will go a long way. Trust me. Trust me. And if you say you do believe in God, you believe in the divine, whatever you want to say, I'll say God because that's what feels right to me. But if you say you believe in God and you believe in the miracles of the divine and all these beautiful things, you also have to believe in yourself, babe. You have to trust yourself. You have to have confidence in yourself, because you are a co-creator. You are not separate from the divine. You are a part of it. And you can't expect, like, things don't work like you just pray and you meditate on something and then it just pops up in front of you like magic, right? That's not how magic works on earth, right? We are co-creators, right? And so we are co-creating with God, and we are co-creating with the God within, right? To bring things forth into the physical reality. So with that being said, if you are not confident in general, right, it's going to be hard for you to manifest anything. If you don't have faith and confidence within, you will struggle having faith and confidence without. Like, that's my belief. You don't have to believe what I say, but I really just felt called to share that. And I really feel like it's probably the most important tip I put on this list. Because seriously, for me personally, I can't do anything without God. Like, as a co-creator, like co-creator, like you're not the only one. Like for me, right? That's what I believe. I can't do anything without God. Nothing. As long as I have breath and I'm walking and I'm breathing, I can't do anything without God. So my belief in God is what also makes me confident. But yeah, that is all I have for you lovers today. I've really been enjoying speaking about confidence. If you guys have any other video suggestions, any other topics you guys would like for me to talk about, please leave them down below in the comment section. I will leave all my links down below. If you want to meet with me one-on-one, I'll leave my Calendly link down below as well. And yeah, I love talking to you guys always. I'm sending you love. I love you, and I wish you an amazing day or night. And I will see you guys in the next video.